Hi, thanks for coming to Veg with Lisa, where today we're going to make blueberry peach muffins. For the muffins today, I'm going to make a vegan variation. It's an option, you don't have to. If you're not vegan or you prefer to use milk and eggs, by all means you can absolutely do that. I'll give the options as we go along. And for the specific substitutions and for the recipe itself, check out our new website, www.vegwithlisa.com. And remember, baking is a science, so don't try and fudge this on your own. You really need to have the right amounts. All right, we're going to start with 2 cups of flour. I like to use a whole grain flour. This is actually whole spelt flour, but feel free to use whole wheat or even white flour. In general, the whole grain flours are healthier. They retain more of the fiber and the nutrients of the grain. And to my whole spelt flour, I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt, 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Yeah, 3 teaspoons is a tablespoon, but have you noticed you can't get your tablespoon in that little jar? And 1/2 cup of sugar. I like to use organic cane sugar. You can use whatever kind of sugar you want. You're going to stir your dry ingredients together. I've got 3/4 of a cup of soured soy milk. Now don't panic, you can use any kind of milk that you want. If you're not vegan, you can use buttermilk or even plain yogurt, works really well. If you are vegan and you want to use a non-dairy option, soy milk is great. Almond milk actually works really, really well and would have been better in this recipe, but I didn't have any on hand. So you start with, to sour your milk, you start with 3/4 of a cup and add 1 teaspoon of either apple cider vinegar or lemon juice. That's it. Throw it in there and let it curdle. Sorry, that's what it does. And to your 3/4 of a cup of any kind of soured milk, I'm going to add 1/4 of a cup of canola oil. I'm going to add the equivalent of 2 eggs. Again, if you eat eggs, great, use 2 lightly beaten eggs. I'm using something that I call flags, which is an egg substitute made with flax seed. And it's a super substitute in baking. You can use this in cookies, your family, your kids, they'll never know, and they'll be getting some extra fiber and omega-3s, essential acids. Oh yeah, and because I'm using some almonds today, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of almond extract. It's optional, it's not necessary, but I like the flavor it imparts to the muffins. Okay, so stir all your wet ingredients together. Back to your dry ingredients, kind of make a little hole in the middle and pour in your wet ingredients and stir just to combine. You don't want to overstir your muffins. That creates not a nice crumb. So just when your dry ingredients are combined and the wet ingredients have absorbed all of the flour, you will add 1/2 cup of fresh peaches. Glory, where did you get these peaches?
Overland Park.
Glory got these at the Overland Park Farmers Market. They were beautiful. They had a fragrant smell. If they're not organic, I peel my peaches. They're one of the top fruits and vegetables for pesticide use. So, and 1/2 cup of blueberries. I got these down at the city market from Betty. She has a CSA and a farm down there, and they are organic. And here's the almonds, 1/2 cup of chopped almonds. So once you've stirred your batter together, you're going to fill your muffin tins. I know that you're probably saying, oh, where are your cute little muffin papers? Well, here at Veg with Lisa, we try and be as green as possible. So I just lightly oil the muffin pan. So you'll just spoon your batter into the tins. Got your muffin tins filled. I'm going to place them in my preheated 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes. All right, now I've got these out of the oven, and man, there is nothing like the smell of fresh baked muffins. You can see that I sprinkled just before I baked. I did sprinkle a few oat flakes on the top. Let's give one of these a try here. Oh, they're really tender. Oh yeah, so great. Now you could slather some butter or some jam on here. They're so tasty, I don't think they need it at all. They're great. Invite one of your friends over for a cuppa and some nice warm homemade muffins. Cheers!
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit!